elections. Our new chair is going to have to discuss how many days you want to request. My recommendation is for 6 days. They'll probably give us 4 or 5, depending on how many projects come up. With that, we need to open it up for nominations for president. For president, chair. You're running big time. Carl, Representative Turner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would nominate Representative Hoffman as chair.
Do you have a second? Seconded by Senator Tyson. Any further nominations? Tyson. Seeing no further nominations, nominations will close. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed?
Support over there.
Yeah.
Your motion carried. Representative Kaufman, you want to take over the meeting? Hoffman?
Thank you, Senator. All right, next is the, for vice chair. Is there any nominations? Representative Penn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to nominate Senator Mike Peterson for vice chair.
Do we have a second? Okay, second by Representative Curtis. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, congratulations. And now for the minority chair, which will be a House member. Representative Curtis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to nominate Representative Kirk Haskins as our ranking minority member for this committee.
Is there a second? Second by Senator Ware. I'm sorry. All right, any other nominations? Please, any other any other nominations? All right, seeing no other nominations, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, congratulations. All right, so as Senator Peterson said, we will ask for probably 6. Hopefully we get 5 meetings, and just in time, gentlemen. Just in time for the announcements. But congratulations, Senator Cluse. You're now the chairman. No, if you have any ideas for what we need to discuss, if you could get those to, is it Natalie or James? To James? Okay. If you get those to James, let's try to get them sometime in, like maybe, I don't know, what, May 14th? Okay, that's what I was thinking. So around May 14th, let's try to get those in. And of course, we can always add as we go, but if you could get some preliminary ones, and we will try to get a meeting as soon as we can. I don't know if we'll, if we do something in April, is that too quick for the 3-month? We're behind, so that would be fine then, wouldn't it? And we haven't got that decision yet, do we? Okay. All right. So we could do it during veto if we have time, but we'll see. We'll see how that might work. So, okay. All right. With that, so make sure you, yeah, Representative Peterson. Senator Peterson.
Thank you for the promotion. We might want to remind the new members that when you'll be receiving notices of new projects, if there's something that's really important to you, you can let them know, and if 2 people do, we will call a meeting.
That's right. Yeah. And those will come, I can't remember what the those come from. I can't remember the topic or who they exactly come from. Not from the CETO, but it's. Yeah, go ahead, James.
It's from EBIT Service Desk at ks.gov, and it'll be like proposed IT demand. Will be like in the subject.
Zen Pen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to ask if it's appropriate. This is my first time here. I don't want to cross-pollinate from other committees or anything like that, but this is JCIT, and I wanted to put something on the radar if that's appropriate. I serve also as the chair of legislative modernization on the House side, and I just wanted to make the committee aware that today I'm calling a conference committee at 3:30 to 4, roughly, and a piece of legislation called Senate Sub for House Bill 2313. What I intend to do in that, hopefully, is put a piece of legislation, language rather, that JCIT is a part of the report out authority for the House Bill 2217, which was the big cybersecurity bill that we passed out last year as 291, Senate Bill 291. So if you all keep an eye on that and visibility and help us in any way possible to get that done, making that happen in 2313, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Senator Tyson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since it was brought up, the bill that passed last year that forces centralized IT, I was told that it sunsets if we don't act on it. Is that true? Or I want to make sure on that language. I was a no vote on that legislation. I've been contacted by several departments and agencies. They're afraid that it's actually going to put their security in jeopardy. And so I do want to make sure that it is a sunset if that's not acted on, or do we need to take action to exempt certain agencies and departments from that legislation?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So Senate Bill 291, which is what you passed last year, does sunset on July 1st of 2026. The House passed House Bill 2271, which removes the sunset provisions from Senate Bill 291. So that, I believe, is what Representative Penn was talking about discussing in conference with Senate, Fed, and State this afternoon.
So if I may, Mr. Chairman, that's why I bring it up, is because agencies and departments are being negatively impacted. They're afraid to come to certain legislators. I don't know why, but they have told me that this will put their security in jeopardy.
I think one of the problems is that we sent it over and we haven't, it hadn't been heard yet over on your side. It's been over there for, I don't know, about a month maybe. So if there are issues, we need to have the meetings to work out those issues. Otherwise, we need to do something. So, yes.
If I may
Representative
rejoin,
Penn.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Senator, I do appreciate the comment. However, while we were in committee for LegMod this session since January, we've had this bill before the committee, and we've invited all takers to come in. No one has come in, but we did have from the executive branch, their CETO, as well as the judicial branch CETOs, as well as the legislative branch CETOs come in, testify, and provide amendments to the bill, which have been incorporated as well, or placed into other bills, as actually created by our reviser, Natalie, right here. So if there are issues with that, this is the first that we are hearing of it. Again, we would like to have someone come in and join that particular process, because the procedure and the process is important as well. But, I think that if we can get into a conference committee and get this done so that that sunset does not take place, and that this whole of government IT infrastructure is not in the same place that judicial IT was shut down for ransomware for about 18 months or so, that is what we are at risk of if we let that happen. So I'll be moving, my position is in that particular conference to remove that sunset. Thank you.
Senator Tyson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know we don't need to debate this here, but if you think about the logic on it, they're not going to come publicly and tell you that they have problems, because if it goes into place, we've just exposed where the holes are. And the judicial system that was shut down for months was not a result of not having a centralized government. We had IT audits, and we saw them, and we know what happened with judiciary. And you're new to it, you may not have seen the audits that we saw. It had nothing to do with centralized government. So, or centralized system, IT system. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Right, I agree. But I do understand what he's saying is that if we've got problems, they need to, if they're not going to come public, they need to come,
Mr.
okay.
Chairman,
So-
I have to respond to that.
All right, Representative Penn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the recognition. We did host private closed sessions, hearings for multiple days jointly with the Senate Code Committee, with Legislative Post-Audit to present over a period of 2 weeks all of those sensitive briefings, and none of those individuals that apparently only talked to certain individuals ever came forward in public or private, given all of those opportunities and notices. So again, what we prepared in committee was, went through the correct process, and that's the best bill that we have, and that's what we're going to be moving forward with. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think you go into conference, you can have these discussions with Senator Thompson, and I think that's who it would be, right? Senator Thompson? And then maybe offline, maybe with Senator Tyson also, so. Okay, all right. All right, anything else? So remember, May 14th, if you could get your ideas in, and we will be getting a meeting together as quick as we can. So with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.